revolution. My Ace channel is not just content, it's currency. It's a call to rise. This channel is fast becoming a headquarter for the bold, the broken, the builders, and the believers. So tonight, as we go off air, we leave you with one urgent instruction. Subscribe and stay tuned to my Ace channel now. Don't just watch history, own it. This is Alimat Lawal reporting live. Good evening, viewers. We interrupt regular programming for a special report that's rapidly gaining national and global attention. A new voice is rising, shifting minds, shaping destinies, and selling the soil beneath your future. Analysts describe it as a blazing fusion of truth, transformation, and real estate revolution. My Ace channel is not just content, it's currency. It's a call to rise. This channel is fast becoming a headquarter for the bold, the broken, the builders, and the believers. So tonight, as we go off air, we leave you with one urgent instruction. Subscribe and stay tuned to my Ace channel now. Don't just watch history, own it. This is Alimat Lawal reporting live. Good evening, viewers. We interrupt regular programming for a special report that's rapidly gaining national and global attention. A new voice is rising, shifting minds, shaping destinies, and selling the soil beneath your future. Analysts describe it as a blazing fusion of truth, transformation, and real estate revolution. My Ace channel is not just content, it's currency. It's a call to rise. This channel is fast becoming a headquarter for the bold, the broken, the builders, and the believers. So tonight, as we go off air, we leave you with one urgent instruction. Subscribe and stay tuned to my Ace channel now. Don't just watch history, own it. This is Alimat Lawal reporting live. Good evening, viewers. We interrupt regular programming for a special report that's rapidly gaining national and global attention. A new voice is rising, shifting minds, shaping destinies, and
every day is a good day to win on this channel because we are building the most generous and the most educative channel in Africa. So every day we are giving away 100,000 naira to 5 people, 20,000 naira, and that's not the greatest. The greatest is the highest winning of the daily giveaway win shake the industry. So every day we'll be here, but for you to win, you need to learn how to turn on your notification bell, because so many of you know how to just press subscribe and take off. But guess what? When you press subscribe and take off, you won't know when the videos come live, because it's only those that comment within the first 1 hour of posting the video that your comment is intelligent, your comment is contextual. That means it has to do with showing you have watched the video, and your comment is promotional before you can win. But if your notification bell is not on, you won't even know when the video is on, and you only hear when others have win. So learn how to subscribe by hitting the subscribe bell. Then when you hit the subscribe, you see 4 bell options. The 4 bell options are called the different notification options. Click on this higher one with the bell that says all. Then you are set to know when we post our video, and when we post the videos, you watch the video, you like the video, you comment on the video, and your comment must be intelligent, it must be contextual, and it must be promotional for you to win every day. Every day is a good day to win on this channel because we are building the most generous and the most educative channel in Africa. So every day we are giving away 100,000 naira to 5 people, 20,000 naira, and that's not the greatest. The greatest is that
channel is not just content, it's currency. It's a call to rise. This channel is fast becoming a headquarter for the bold, the broken, the builders, and the believers. So tonight, as we go off air, we leave you with one urgent instruction. Subscribe and stay tuned to my Ace channel now. Don't just watch history, own it. This is Alimat Lawal reporting live. Good evening, viewers. We interrupt regular programming for a special report that's rapidly gaining national and global attention. A new voice is rising, shifting minds, shaping destinies, and selling the soil beneath your future. Analysts describe it as a blazing fusion of truth, transformation, and real estate revolution. My Ace channel is not just content, it's currency. It's a call to rise. This channel is fast becoming a headquarter for the bold, the broken, the builders, and the believers. So tonight, as we go off air, we leave you with one urgent instruction. Subscribe and stay tuned to my Ace channel now. Don't just watch history, own it. This is Alimat Lawal reporting live. Good evening, viewers. We interrupt regular programming for a special report that's rapidly gaining national and global attention. A new voice is rising, shifting minds, shaping destinies, and selling the soil beneath your future. Analysts describe it as a blazing fusion of truth, transformation, and real estate revolution. My Ace channel is not just content, it's currency. It's a call to rise. This channel is fast becoming a headquarter for the bold, the broken, the builders, and the believers. So tonight, as we go off air, we leave you with one urgent instruction. Subscribe and stay tuned to my Ace channel now. Don't just watch history, own it. This is Alimat Lawal reporting.
To 5 people, 20,000 naira. And that's not the greatest. The greatest is that at the end of every month, anybody that was the highest winning of the daily giveaway win 1 million naira, which is the big one and where we are hoping to shake the industry. So every day we'll be here, but for you to win, you need to learn how to turn on your notification bell, because so many of you know how to just press subscribe and take off. But guess what? When you press subscribe and take off, you won't know when the videos come live, because it's only those that comment within the first 1 hour of posting the video that your comment is intelligent, your comment is contextual. That means it has to do with showing you have watched the video, and your comment is promotional before you can win. But if your notification bell is not on, you won't even know when the video is on, and you only hear when others have win. So learn how to subscribe by hitting the subscribe bell. Then when you hit the subscribe, you see 4 bell options. The 4 bell options are called the different notification options. Click on this higher one with the bell that says all. Then you are set to know when we post our video, and when we post the videos, you watch the video, you like the video, you comment on the video, and your comment must be intelligent, it must be contextual, and it must be promotional for you to win every day. Every day is a good day to win on this channel, because we are building the most generous and the most educative channel in Africa. So every day we are giving away 100,000 naira to 5 people, 20,000 naira. And that's not the greatest. The greatest is that at the end of every month, anybody that was the highest winning of the daily giveaway win 1 million naira, which is the big one and where we are hoping to shake the industry. So every day we'll be here, but for you to win, you need to learn how to turn on your notification bell, because so many of you know how to just press subscribe and take off. But guess what? When you press subscribe and take off, you won't know when the videos come live, because it's only those that comment within the first 1 hour of posting the video that your comment is intelligent, your comment is contextual. That means it has to do with showing you have watched the video, and your comment is promotional before you can win. But if your notification bell is not on, you won't even know when the video is on, and you only hear when others have win. So learn how to subscribe by hitting the subscribe bell. Then when you hit the subscribe, you see 4 bell options. The 4 bell options are called the different notification options. Click on this higher one with the bell that says all. Then you are set to know when we post our video, and when we post the videos, you watch the video, you like the video, you comment on the video, and your comment must be intelligent, it must be contextual, and it must be promotional for you to win every day. Every day is a good day to win on this channel because we are building the most generous and the most educative channel in Africa. So every day we are giving away 100,000 naira to 5 people, 20,000 naira. And that's not the greatest. The greatest is that at the end of every month, anybody that was the highest winning of the daily giveaway win 1 million naira. Yes, you're welcome to this live presentation by my East China, the Mayor of Housing, and your real estate success strategies. And today we'll be talking about you. And more than you, I'm very excited because by this time tomorrow, we would have gotten a winner of our 1 million naira, and I'm very, very excited about that. And we're starting this 12 minutes behind schedule because we had some little emergencies to attend to, but now we're good to go. So welcome on board, and let's get into it immediately. Today is another day that I'm hoping that after this live presentation, we'll do better justice to the topic, because most times when we take topics here, it looks simple, but by the time I start breaking into the topic, I discover that, wow, this is a huge topic. So in the next 20 minutes, we're going to try and do justice to how to help you discover yourself, a pathway to good success. So today's topic is self-discovery, a pathway to good success. So before we start, what's self? This self everybody is talking about, apart from self that sells fish. What is self? If you go to Google, I always like to start from Google, from the known to the unknown. It says a person's essential being that distinguishes them from others, especially considered as an object of introspection or reflexive action, trimming or cover of the same material, color, and as the rest of the item. So we're going to pick out all that later, but my definition of self is the you as you are meant to be. There is a you that is meant to be you, that even when you are not that you, there's still that you somewhere that is not yet you. That you that is supposed to be as you are supposed to be is yourself. Another definition of mine is the you that you know to be as much as you know how and as much as you display. Any you decide to be, as much as you know how to be that you and as much as you display that you, is yourself. Another definition of mine is the most of you that you can prove to be so you and so true and so good. I love this definition because there are 3 things that makes your true self. The most of you that you can prove to be so you. So yourself has to be all you. Yourself has to be all true. And yourself has to be all good. So if it's not good, it's not yourself. If it's not true, you are not being yourself. If it's not you, you are not being yourself. The next definition is the best of you that distinguishes you from every other person. I love this definition because it has to do with the best of you. So if you are not your best, you are not yourself. That distinguishes you from every other person. If you are like every other person, you are not yourself. So those of you that like to do as I do, or follow others, or copy, all those follow them plenty for town. You are not being yourself. So, in essence, after all this definition, being the best or the best of the best, which is the bestest of you that is as you as possible. So, we must find out what is you and how you can be you. Then that you is yourself. That's why it's called self-discovery, because sometimes that you can be so missing that you need to discover it. So from the Google definition, there are 7 keywords or concepts we are going to talk about. These 7 keywords or concepts from the Google discovery, if you can go back to that slide. From the Google discovery, if you go to that site, talks about a person, talks about essential, distinguishes others, introspection, talks about reflexive action. So from that, and then the next definition talks about trimming. So this a person, being, distinguish, others, introspection, reflexive action, and trimming. These 7 words and concepts will help you discover you and yourself. Number 1, a self is a person. So your self-discovery has to discover you as a person. And you as a person is very unique. Any part of you that is trying to copy others or mimic others or be the trend of others or be part of a narrative is not really yourself. The group is not yourself. The trend is not yourself. The movement is not yourself. The country is not yourself. The generation is not you. So a person is a unique person. And then number 2, which a lot of people miss, is that you have to be true to yourself as a person. Many people are not true to themselves. They are true to the society. They are true to the prejudices. They are true to the labels. They are true to so many things, but they are not true to themselves and the person they are meant to be. So, and as a person, you are not an animal, place, or thing. So anytime you behave like an animal, you are not yourself. Anytime you behave like a place, like when they say Igbo people or people from Lagos behave this way, you behave that way, you are not a person. You are just following the locational trend. Or if they say rich people behave like this, or educated people, if they behave like a thing, you are not a person. So you have to be a person, you have to be unique and true to being a person. But being a person has to do with being. So the next concept is being. For you to be, you have to be. So being is for you to be, for you to continue to be, and for you to be true to being. So if you're a person, you have to be a person, you have to continue being a person, and you have to be true to being a person, because sometimes small Scotch coffee do you go vex turn to tiger. Anytime you are a tiger, you are not no longer true to being a person. You are no longer yourself. The third concept is distinguish. To distinguish is not just to be different. It means to be positively different. Somebody who is weird can be different. Somebody who is odd can be different. But when you hear distinguish, it has to do with distinction. And distinction is positivity. So you are positively different. That's why in our political parlance, they call senators distinguished senators. For you to represent the people, you have to be positively different. And then distinguish has to do with high value. Distinction everywhere is always high value. And then distinguish has to do with honorable. So if you're a person, you are not positively different, you are not yourself. If you're a person, you don't have high value and you don't find your high value, you are not yet yourself. You've not discovered yourself. And if you're a person that you are not honorable, you've not found yourself. Another concept and word in that definition is others. You are not others, so others are not you. So what bothers others should not bother you. What disturbs others should not disturb you, and others should not be your focus. Your focus should be discovering you and yourself. Charity begins at home. You can't discover others without discovering yourself. And in this country, we have a pandemic that people blame others, know others, describe others, tell others what to do, but they don't know themselves. So others is not you. Others cannot be you. People do this a lot. You cannot do giveaway. But if Vivian Ella does giveaway, you would like to advise her how she would have done giveaway. She cannot be you. She is others. But the most powerful part of others is that others can interfere with you. So make sure you take advantage of their interference to be positive and not negative. Others can interfere with you. And we live in a social universe where others must be involved. But before you go out to mingle, you must single out yourself and discover yourself first and know who is mingling before you mingle. The next word you see in that Google definition is introspection. Introspection is intro. Intro means an introduction. Inspection means inspection. So self-discovery is an introduction to your inner self that you found from inspection. An introduction to your inner self that you found or discovered from inspection. It's introducing an inspection of the you in you. There is a you in you that is more you than this you that is watching me. That if you do an introspection, you discover that you and begin to unleash and unearth that you. And the best way to unearth yourself is reflexive action. That's another key word and concept from that definition. Reflexive action. Reflexive is an action that is reflected, so it's from you. It's not an action from societal expectation. It's not an action from other expectations. It's an action from you. Most times, you discover your actions are not reflexive when you say, oh boy, I find myself doing what I don't want to do. The I that want to do good and the other I that is not doing good. The I that wants to do good is the real you. The one doing nonsense is the circumstantial you that has been created by different forms of idiosyncrasy. So reflexive action is action that reflects you. Action that is you. That when you do this action, people will say, this is my ace China. Any action that is not you does not show your true self. An action that, apart from reflecting you, it represents you. An action that you can go tell people, go and check what I did here. Go and check what I did there. That's self-action. Any action you are ashamed of, any action that you want to cover because it doesn't reflect you, most people that are not true to themselves are hiders and pretenders because they are not proud of the actions that can represent them, so they do it in the dark. And that brings us to our next concept. Any action that does not represent you needs trimming. When you are too beer-rich that the beer does not represent you, trim the beer. When you have excess of actions, behaviors, reactions that are not you, you need to trim them. And trimming means removing the bad. Like this dadarian in front of me that has dada. When the dada is growing in unequal, heterogeneous proportion to the dadaric dadarenian dadarity. I'm just saying this because I don't know the meaning of dada. They will have to trim the dada for the dada to leave only the good part of the dada. Sometimes the dada will untwist and they will say they need to lock it again or twist it again. So trimming has three things to do: remove the bad part of the dada, improve the good parts of yourself, and then display that good part. So self-discovery has to do with a lot of trimming. So please, if you are writing, you would have written all these things down. Let me quickly recap. The 7 concepts of self-discovery. You have to know you're a person and you are unique and true to yourself, and you don't behave or represent an animal, place, or thing. You have to know that to be, you have to be, continue being, and be true to being. You have to know that you have to distinguish yourself by positively being different, having high value, and being honorable. You have to be aware of others that they are not you, they cannot be you, but they can interfere with you. You have to introduce yourself to the you in you by an inspection of the you in you. Then you have to take reflexive action that is from you, action that reflects you, and action that represents you. Then you have to do the trimming yourself by removing the bad part of yourself, improving the good part of yourself, and displaying the good parts. So how do we use self-discovery as a path to good success? There are 3 ways we can use self-discovery as a path to good success. But what is success? A lot of people define success so many ways. I didn't want to go to Google because the best definition of success ever written that is generally accepted is by L. Nightingale. He says success is the progressive realization of a worthwhile goal. When you have a worthwhile goal, the goal has to be worthwhile and you are progressively achieving that. But self-discovery is one of the greatest success because Ralph Waldo Emerson said, for you to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Remember, we agreed that your best self is your true self. To be your best self and your true self in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. And my own quote says, you can't talk about self without potential because the you in you have something in you that you are not displaying. So that potential of the you in you is the real you. So to fully realize your potential and fully fulfill your potential, because realizing it is one thing, fulfilling it is another thing. To as best of your potential that is potentially possible is the truest of all life success and achievement. Success and achievement is not when you buy a car, build a house, or get a lot. Success is when you become the fullest of your potential to the best of your potential that is potentially possible. Then you would have achieved. Now we've mentioned a new word, self and potential. So what is potential? We're going to go to Google again. Google calls potential as having or showing the capacity to develop into something in the future. If you've been listening to my videos, you know I am always big on capacity. So, and the second definition talks about latent qualities. Latent means hidden. Latent means hidden. Hidden qualities or abilities that may be developed and lead to future success or usefulness. Remember, I used to talk about usefulness. That even if you have a skill and your skill is not useful, it's a useless skill. So if you discover yourself and yourself is not useful, there is no person on earth that is not useful. Only those that have not discovered their true self are not useful. Every true self is useful. So in essence, being the best or the bestest of you that is as you as possible is self-discovery. And that's the greatest success. And there are 3 ways or pathways to good success through self-discovery. The first is to find your self-potential. Second, after you find it, become your self-potential. One of the hardest and the most rewarding thing is becoming. And after you become your potential, sometimes you become, but you've not fulfilled the rewards of becoming. The third step is to fulfill your self-potential. 3 simple steps, and we are done. Number 1, to find your self-potential, first of all, is identity. People take identity very casually. But the most important question in this world is, who are you? If you say, I am my Ace China, you've not said anything. Something defines my Ace China that makes me me. I am an alpha male, for instance. I'm the best thing to happen to real estate. I'm a real estate success strategist. I am a businessman. I'm a top-notch marketer that always teach, inspire, create, and collaborate. I'm an excellent expert in housing. So who are you? What's your identity? Some people identify as singers. Some people identify as creators. Any identity without usefulness is a misidentity. God created all of us. Somewhere in the Bible, it says prophets, apostles, ministers. An identity must have a usefulness. So until you find your potential, you don't have an identity, because when we're in primary or nursery school, the most important question they ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? Doctor, astronaut, pilot. Now you are grown up. Who are you? The second thing that defines your self-potential is, what are your abilities? Everybody can do something. There's nobody created in the world without ability. Even people with disability have abilities. So what's that thing you know you can do very well? And you need an introspection to look into yourself to find that thing. Because some of us have pretended for so long, they've forgotten the real us in us. So find the real you in you, and what's that real you good at? That is useful. If you remember, we talked about potential and usefulness. So if you are good at nagging, if that's your ability, nagging is a useless ability, so that cannot be you. And there's no human being in the world with a negative ability. We all have positive abilities. The negligence of the positive abilities, that because life abhors vacuum, will start doing the negative abilities. So dig deep, you'll find the positive ability. And what are your possibilities? There's an important thing you need to do. Please write this down. SWOT analysis. You need to do SWOT analysis. SWOT means S for strength. What are your strengths? W for weakness. What are your weaknesses? O for opportunity. What are your opportunities? T for threats. What are the threats to your life or your opportunities or to your achieving your potential? Then the second thing you need to do after you discover yourself is have some core values. Your core values are the things that are so core to you that you cannot violate them. Because I am being generous on this channel, I have core values that I don't even share with people. But please, I'm not putting a slide on my core values, but I'm going to put it, just read it out so for you to understand what core values means to you. Core values are the things you cannot violate, like your personal commandments. The most valuable things to you that If any other thing scatter, that thing cannot scatter. If you violate any other thing, you can't violate that thing. I'm going to tell you guys my 12 core values. I usually don't share this, but I'm sharing it to show you the importance of discovering yourself. For me to discover myself, I needed to separate myself for weeks to get these core values. So I'll start from my core purpose in life. Why am I in this life? My core purpose in life is to put smiles on the faces of people by living and giving true value and genuine happiness. If you notice, everything about me is always value and happiness. And in the process, I'll cause an astronomical manifestation of God's kingdom abundance and an unprecedented kingdom transfer of economic dominion. My core purpose is that I am a gate. Gate for me means God's answer or God's access to everything. So anything God wants to do, I'm the answer and the access to that thing. Then I have 3 core principles. My priority is to help people. My objective is to make profits. My goal is to please God. So while my goal is to please God, I don't play with profits and I don't play with helping people. My motto is excellence, simplicity, and sustainability. I have 3 mottos. Anything I do must be excellent. It must be simple. It must be sustainable. My why, my reason for doing everything I do on earth is to live my heaven on earth. Through 3 things: to learn more, to love more, and to give more. And these 3 things, nobody can beat me in it. Nobody can learn more than me. Nobody can love more than me. Nobody can give more than me. And I'm going to do these 3 things honestly, earnestly, and endlessly. I'll never stop learning. I'll never stop loving. I'll never stop giving. I learned this because I did a self-introspection. And those of you that know my bio on Facebook, you know that I'm the happiest man alive. No one is more grateful, thoughtful, and playful than me. Those are my core principles. My core values are 12. Listen attentively and ask yourself, has this guy been living according to this core value, and how can you develop your own? Number 1, I'm grateful to God in all things. All things always go right for me, so I never complain. I have the attitude of gratitude that determines my altitude. Even when things are not going right, I don't complain because I have an attitude of gratitude. Number 2, I am fun and my life is fun. I always have fun. Everything for me is always fun. That's why I shout, Elele Pimpi. Number 3, smiling and laughing is my talent. I smile and laugh always, even in the face of adversity. And it was this Dadarian the last time we went for photo shoot that said I shouldn't smile. And for the first time in a long time, in like how many years, people saw my unsmiling picture in the last photo shoot we did. I'm always smiling because it's a core value. Number 4, I'm fearless, confident, and self-assured. I'm so fearless and confident. If you bring me before Buhari, I'll still do my mouth work confidently and fearlessly. Number 5, I say only positive things. That's why you will never catch me criticizing. I say positive things. Number 6, I'm unstoppably generous. Like, I'm generous on this channel, and some people still come and harass me in my DM. If you like, harass me 200 million times in my DM. It's my core value. I will not stop being generous. Number 7, I am highly motivated daily, energetic, and filled with the fire of life. Number 8, I'm sincere, authentically original, and unique. Number 9, I pursue can I. Can I means constant and never-ending improvement. Number 10, I'm a celebration. My life is a celebration. I celebrate myself always, and I only go where I'm celebrated, not where I'm tolerated. So if you notice, anywhere you tolerate me, you are fired. That's why I fire people a lot, because if you don't celebrate me, you're fired. Number 11, I love my supreme power of choice always. I always have a choice, always and in all matters. Jesus is my choice. Happiness is my choice. Heaven on earth is my choice. but I always take 100% responsibility for all my choices. So making a choice is one thing, but taking responsibility for your choice is another thing. So if I make a choice, I take full responsibility. And number 12, which is my last core value, I love adventures, even when they come in the form of challenges. I love life. I believe adventures must not always be sweet. Challenges are adventures. So I love adventures even when they come in the form of challenges. I love everything about life. Say this life no balance. I love them. Say this life no just. I love them. Say this life wicked. I love life. Amen. So those are my 12 core values. You need to find your core values and your SWOT analysis to be able to find out the possibilities available to you as a human being. If you can do that, you finish everything. The rest, we're just going to use 4 minutes to conclude so we can take questions. After you discover yourself, you need to become your self potential. And the most important thing is to prioritize and chronologize your abilities. Growing up, I had several abilities. I still have the abilities. You can see it. I'm funny. I can sing. I can dance. I can rap. I can lyric songs. Why some people remix songs? Me, I can lyric songs. I can act. If you watch dramas I did in university, people thought I'll be a Nollywood star. I can sell. I can do a lot of things, but I have to prioritize. Priorities, which one strong pass in all my abilities? Chronologies, which one should I learn first? And when I did that, I realized my mouth work and marketing is my priority. Then when you find the priority, develop your abilities. Upon I can talk, you need to see me going for sales training and marketing trainings every day on YouTube. Then optimize your abilities. After you develop them, optimize them by using them to the barest maximum. And then for you to fulfill your self potential, with all your potential, if the potential no fit turn to money, you no get potential. It is a potential not. So the first thing to fulfilling your potential is to monetize your abilities. Imagine somebody sabi play ball pass Ronaldo, but he still dey job. They play the ball. He never find where he go dey play ball, make them pay him money. The potential is wasted. So until you monetize your abilities, you are not fulfilling your abilities. The second thing is scale your abilities. To scale your abilities is how do you improve your abilities. Like Ronaldo discovered he can play ball, he can do YouTube, he launched a YouTube channel, he can represent brands, endorsement deals he has is excess. So transfer or transform your abilities. How do you transfer or transform your abilities? Create some things that can continue your abilities without you being there. Like Ronaldo has games and other things that are continuing himself. And then he's teaching his son to have the ability he has. In conclusion, becoming your best self is self-discovery. Monetizing that self is now success. And one of the things that kills you is doing less than your best. Because I have a quote that says, doing your best or doing less than your best is the highest form of self-denial, because your best self is your truest self. Anytime you do less than your best, you are denying yourself, and instead of self-discovery, you are doing self-denial. The opposite of self-discovery is self-denial. But for you to have success, please listen attentively as I read this most important quote. The best definition of success is by Elle Nightingale, but my best definition of success, which I wrote down here, I think Collins, you caught this quote. That's why there's no quotation mark at the end. But I remember the quote very well. It's by Ralph Waldo Emerson. He says, to laugh often and much If you don't laugh often and much, you are not successful. To win the respect of intelligent people, if intelligent people don't respect you, you are not successful. To win the affection of children, if children don't love you, you are not successful. To earn the appreciation of honest critics, is people that are honest and critics don't admire you or appreciate you, you've not succeeded. And endure the betrayal of false friends. If your false friends have not betrayed you, you are not successful. So all of you complaining about friends betraying you, shut up and rejoice that you are becoming successful for friends to betray you. To appreciate beauty. If you see something beautiful and you don't appreciate it, you are not successful. To find the best in others. If all you do is go around looking for the worst in others and the mistake in others, you are not successful. To leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, you are able to make a child healthy, a garden patch, you are able to repair a small garden, or a redeemed social condition, you are able to change the social condition of one person. To know that one life has breathed easier because you lived. This is success. I don't know how my graphic guy caught that because you live. This is success. So that's the... As a matter of fact, this whole definition of success, I'm going to write out the full this, and we did this before we shoot the video for you in the recap video. I even want to do a video on this success. This is the complete definition of good success. But everything I've said today, discovering the real you. The real you is not this concum. The concumbility you is this concum, your body. The real you is in your heart. And that's why somehow you say something tells me inside, I don't feel good inside. So if your heart has not been discovered and your heart is not into making the real you in you come out, then everything I've said, I've wasted my time. Thank you for the inconvenience, because your heart in the matter is the heart of the matter. But your best self is at the top. If you remain at the bottom, you are not your best self. See you at the top. Thank you very much. And we are going to recap the video and you can get full details. For now, let's quickly take 10 questions and we'll call it. And we'll ask you a question, and those that answer will call it a day. But the good news about today is that by this time tomorrow, somebody would have won 1 million naira. Man! So can we have the first question very fast?
Yes, the first question is Mimi Patrick Jumbo.
Yes.
If you have not taken time to truly discover who you are, your values, strengths, weakness, and purpose, how can you define what good success really means for your life?
Without self, there's no good success. Next question.
Life or favor?
Life or favor, yes?
You always sound very positive no matter what you are going through. Please, how can I reframe negative thoughts and cultivate a positive mindset?
When you get your core values and you make positive, if you listen to my core values, number 5 is that I always say positive things. So, and I never complain. So, for you not to complain, when you make something a core value, you have made it your own personal commandment. Breaking your core value is breaking yourself. Violating your core values is violating yourself. So when you have a core value that you only say positive things, you start. Initially, it might be difficult, but when you know the inside of you, there's somebody that will be praising you when you say it, because that's the you in you. And that's what self-discovery is all about. You must do the introspection to know what is important to you. Like some people, smiling is not important to them. For me, smiling is more important to me than so many things. It's my first core value. I always smile because I smile. So, character is not a gift. Please write this down. Character is not a gift. Character is a choice. Whatever character you want to develop is you that will choose it. Whatever personal values you want to have that is important to your person, you must separate yourself from the world. Go discover that person, come back, start living to fulfill that person. Next question.
Anna, how can I know I'm chasing success for the right reason?
Any reason that resonates with you. Have you heard the word resonance? Anna, your heart in the matter is the heart of the matter. You can see why I ended with that. Please put that poster. Your heart, Anna, in the matter is the heart of the matter. The success that is right is the success that is right to your heart. Many of you have dug your hole. You've not only buried your heart in a, what do they call, save or vault. You dug a hole. You use big padlock, lock the heart, dug a hole, bury the heart, put concrete slab on top, put a rock on top, put chair on top of the rock, allow people build house on top. So you are no longer, why David in the Bible was a special man is that he was true to his heart and he could resonate to the heart of God. If you check the other poster, it says the most powerful weather on earth is the atmosphere. When two hearts connect, if your heart can connect the heart of God, it's the most powerful thing. That's what David did. So the success that is meaningful is the success that is meaningful to your heart. When you succeed, nobody is going to come and start blowing breeze in your ears. It is your heart that will create the exhilaration of what is most important to you. Like growing up, it was so annoying to me that I discovered that rich people have money, but they are stingy. And if you check my core values, I said I'm unstoppably generous. What it means is that if you like, pour me acid today because I gave you money. Tomorrow I'll give another person. I might not give you again because you're a bunkum, but I'll give another person. Nothing can stop my generosity. So because I've made it important to me, the success of earning enough money to be generous, the mission of building the most generous and the most educative channel in Africa becomes core to my heart. It's my heart affair. So Anna, if your heart is not in it, please don't ask questions again. Next question. Yes.
Does actualization of potential guarantee long-lasting success?
Of course, when you become, before you fulfill your potential, you guys ask this question as if I've been talking to myself. We said before you fulfill your potential, you become yourself potential. Anything you have become, you can't lose it. I have become good in talking. Put me anywhere in the world, I will talk. I've become good in marketing. Give me any product in the world, I can market it. So you must have optimized your abilities in becoming yourself potential before you fulfill it, which is monetization. If something has become you, can you ever be without you? I'm always with me. So I have my abilities. My abilities define my identity. And my identity as a real estate success strategist will always make me money even if I'm 300 years old. Because you might have the company, you might have the money, you might have everything, but you don't have the strategy. I'm going to give you the strategy, you might give me the money. So you become money when you become and fulfill your potential. Next question. Yeah?
How can someone balance the process of self-discovery with external expectations like family pressure or societal norms, especially when those expectations conflict personal discovery?
Good. Let's go back to this slide. Others. Please, this question is very important. Go back to others. Your family is not you. The society is not you. All external pressures are not you. A better you can serve your family better. A better you can serve the society better. Trying to respond to family pressure and societal pressure when you've not discovered yourself is worse than self-denial. Write it down. Trying to solve other people's problem when you've not solved your own problem is worse than self-denial. The Bible says remove the firewood in your eye before you see the toothpick in others. So sometimes we lose ourselves by attending to others without attending to ourselves, and we become a baby. Imagine that. Have you ever seen a baby? Who asked that question? Ibrahim Lawal, have you ever seen a baby backing another baby or breastfeeding another baby? When you've not discovered yourself, you are still a baby. When you discover yourself, you need to grow. And if you're a woman, you need to grow the breast to breastfeed another baby. You are still a baby, you are still sucking breast, but you want to breastfeed another person. That's what happens when you've not discovered yourself, you've not developed yourself, you've not fulfilled yourself, and you want to start solving everybody's problem. Both you and the people you are trying to solve their problem, all of you will fail woefully, and that's what is causing poverty in Africa. And those people cannot be you. Some of us even give up our ambition for our family or our spouse or our wife or husband or the society. You come from a place that a woman becoming president is a taboo, and your true self, you know you're a president. Instead of becoming like Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala and using dressing to confuse them and dress like Jehovah's Witness and still be becoming your president, you are there denying and saying this environment, this one expect this. And the final thing, these people can interfere with you. Please write this down. Allowing others to interfere negatively with you is the greatest form of cowardice. Allowing others to interfere positively with you is the greatest form of courage. Write it down. Today, for instance, that you're here, I am interfering with you by pushing you to go and discover yourself. If that self-discovery is a positive thing and you allow me to interfere and push you to inspiration and becoming a better you, is a positive interference. But some of you will watch rubbish, and some influencers will influence you into rubbish, and you allow them to interfere with you negatively. For instance, you've saved 20,000 to buy a book that will teach you how to make money because you're a welder. There's a book, the 101 Secrets of Welding. And you know that if you read that book as a welder, you become the best welder in Nigeria and start making 1 million naira monthly. You save 20,000 to buy it. Somebody from your village or your brother calls you and say, please, I have a problem. My head is paining me. One thing is happening. You carry the 20,000 and give to your brother. You have allowed them to negatively interfere with your self-actualization. What you should do is you buy the book. Tell your brother, you've been surviving. However you're going to manage and survive. When I make it, I'll come back to you. Buy the book. When you learn, start making 1 million and come and give him his 20,000. So allowing others to interfere with you negatively is the worst form of cowardice. So stop being a baby, Ibrahim, and grow up. Growing up is charity begins at home. Some of you have not flown an aeroplane. In an aeroplane, they will say, in times of emergency, even if you have a minor with you, an oxygen mask, the pressure in the cabin will reduce, an oxygen mask will drop from your head. Put on your mask first before you help the minor or anybody around you to put on their own. It is when you are breathing and alive that you can save another person. You might be trying to put another person's mask. You will suffocate and die. And maybe you've not finished putting the person's own, the person also dies. So Ibrahim Lawal, put on your mask first before you save others. Mr. Savior. Next question. Mm-hmm.
What would you advise someone who knows their strength and purpose but constantly struggles with self-doubt and procrastination?
Self-doubt and procrastination knows is the greatest betrayal to yourself. If you see how yourself is crying every day that you are doubting him, if you see how yourself is crying every day you procrastinate, that you are postponing him. Let's say the real me in me is my ace. The fake me in me is mayor of housing. As long as I'm not doing my self potential, my ace will be crying and saying, Mayor, help me now and be me. And I'll be telling my ace tomorrow. My ace will say, do you know you can make 10 million naira if you can be me? And I'll say, I doubt you. I don't believe you. Leave me for this mayor of housing. Each time you don't start acting towards your being you, you are denying you. Remember, reflexive action. Can I have that slide? Reflexive action. If you don't take reflexive action, you are denying yourself. And you can't know. Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, says something. He said the greatest source of stress in the world is knowing what you are supposed to do and not doing it. You can't say you know your strengths and your potential if you are not doing it. You even be more sad than somebody that doesn't know their strength and potential. So, Omolola, if you procrastinate and doubt yourself, then the self you discovered is not exciting. Your real self will excite you so much that you can't wait a minute to become that self. Next question. Okay.
What do you think is more dangerous? Not knowing your potential at all, knowing it and too afraid to pursue it.
Not knowing your potential at all is dangerous, but the more dangerous is knowing your potential and not being able to pursue it. The Bible said, I think I quoted that place the last time, that he that knows what is right and refuses to do it will be given more strokes than he that does not know what is right. The person that does not know his potential might be excused for ignorance, because there's a place in the Bible that says, in the days of ignorance, God overlooked. You didn't know. But the person that knows and refuses to do it, you are worse than an ignorant person. In fact, you are of all men most miserable. Let me tell you one of the things that will shock you. When we die, we will judge ourselves before any judge or God will judge us. Halimat Lawal, that true potential you've discovered is the true Halimat Lawal, waiting to be lived. She has a limited time in this world, and you are killing her each day you don't live to be her. This your fake Halimat Lawal that you are living. When this one dies, this one will come and hold you in your neck, say, why didn't you fulfill me? Why didn't you allow me to live? I was supposed to be the best doctor. You killed that dream because you refused to fulfill me. So fulfilling your potentials is not fulfilling your potential. Fulfilling your potential is fulfilling you, allowing you to exist. This existing you is a concom. That's why I don't know. I've not checked the full meaning of concombility, but I'm thinking, no, Igbo people when come Nigeria, Nigerians come tell and say, when something is empty, that thing is a concom. Igbo come, they call it concombility. So your concom, the empty you, is nothing. The real you is your potential. When children are small, what do you want to be when you grow up? Doctor. If you are not a doctor, you are not existing. You are just wasting your time. So if you discover your purpose and you don't become that purpose, the purpose will chase you even before the angels and God will judge you. So it's worse when you know your purpose and you refuse to fulfill that purpose. That's the worst thing in this world. Next question. Abi 8. This is the 8th question.
Ada Godwin,
Mm-hmm.
how do my core values influence the decisions I make under pressure or in difficulty?
In pressure, under pressure and difficult situation, your true self comes out. Please write this out. Write this down. Your reaction under pressure is you. Or your reaction under pressure is your true self. When somebody is pretending, put them under pressure, it will show in true colors. That's why people call it true colors. Is it me that said you see his true colors? It's pressure that will bring out the person's true colors. So your core values are the things you are going to inundate yourself. I wrote them down and I was reading it out loud for almost 10 years. Why they teach laws and commandments is that it becomes part of you. Your core value is you. When some people say, go and drink, you say, that's not me. Your core value is you don't drink. So that's not me. So under pressure, your real you will come out. If you've been pretending that you have core values, under pressure, the concombility or the mumu that doesn't have core value will come out. So it is your reaction under pressure that is this self-discovery we are talking about. For instance, I have a belief that if you ever betray your integrity or trust, you never had an integrity or trust. For instance, you say you don't take bribe, but one day they bring $3 gazillion million. You say I don't take bribe, but because this money is gazillion, let me take it. You never had a principle of not taking bribe. You say, oh, I'll never cheat on a man I'm dating. And somebody gives you 10 million, say, I'm not cheating on him, but because of this 10 million, you never had any principle. Stop deceiving yourself. Write this down. Self-deception is the greatest human folly. Folly is foolishness. To deceive yourself is the greatest human folly. And guess what? Almost 85% of this generation will deceive ourselves. We deceive ourselves that one big money will come. We deceive ourselves that somebody is taking care of us. We deceive ourselves that we go hammer one day. What did they call that thing? We go peak. We go peak one day. There's a lot of self-deception in this generation. So under pressure, your true self comes out. Next question. Self-discovery is success. Self-discovery is discovering the best you. And the best you must be monetized. For instance, Amarachi's success. When you were small, they ask you what you want to do. When you grow up, you said lawyer. If you discover you're a lawyer at the core and you become a lawyer, you're already successful. Because that's the goal you had. And we said success is the realization of a worthwhile goal. And the real you in you is worthwhile. Once you accomplish that you're already successful. And remember what Ralph Waldo Emerson said. To be yourself in a world constantly trying to change you is the greatest accomplishment. And your true self is your best self. And your best self has the best bank account and bank alert in the world. Next question. Last question.
Let's pick from Facebook. Like Facebook,
From Facebook, yeah?
YouTube active part. So Facebook, Eze Chicken. In what ways can I grow by staying true to my values even when it was hard?
Your values are supposed to be hard. Any values that is easy is not a value. Like one of my core values is that I laugh even in the face of adversity. Smiling and laughing is my talent. I laugh even in the face of adversity. I went to sell, I was laughing. They were asking me, so are you okay? I said, yes, I'm okay. Now my core value. So yeah, they laughed, the person who carried me come here. And within 1 hour, the whole station was already loyal to me. I have challenges and I'm laughing, and my PA will be saying, sir, the problem you get, you are still laughing. I say, if I don't laugh, the problem go plenty pass. If I laugh, the problem go reduce small. So your core values are not supposed to be easy. To laugh in the face of adversity is the hardest thing you can do in this world. To grow through challenges is the best growth. Because when you grow through challenges, when good times come, when challenges come, you've already grown bigger than them. Still moi. So please, let's write this down. Expecting life to be easy will make life hard for you. Expecting life to be hard and building your strength to be stronger than the hard life will make life easy for you. And I'm just rephrasing the quote of my mentor, Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn said, don't wish life is easier. wish you are better. Like Dangote now, this bad economy in Nigeria last year that Tinubu everybody. Dangote added, I think, $18 billion or thereabout to his net worth last year that all of us were crying. Even though I wasn't crying with you guys, Dangote added 18 billion. The same country, the same economy, he added $18 billion. Why? He's better than you. So don't wish the economy or life will be easy. Wish you'll be stronger. And life will be easy for you. Let me give you an example. If you are weak and you are supposed to do 10 press ups, you might almost die doing 10 press ups. But if you are strong, you can do 200 press ups. 10 press ups will be moi moi. Those of you that play football, you know when you stop playing football, now if you go to the football field, 5 minutes of running about, you almost cough your heart out. But footballers that are training and practicing every day, they will play for 120 minutes plus extra time and still have strength. And the match will be so easy that they are not walking match. They play match. It is play to them. When you were learning how to write, 2-letter word and 3-letter word was hard. Now you can write 3 exercise books. Life becomes easier when you become better. So your core values are not meant to be easy. If they are easy, you have already lost. And today, to reward our lateness, all those that have asked questions, please, I hope you screenshot them. All those that ask questions will get 30,000 naira reward. And next week, we'll ask you guys the question again. But before I call it a day, there's something I see in this generation that I want to talk about in terms of self-discovery. We look for the weakest part of ourselves. We look for the easiest part of ourselves. Sometimes we look for an escape from ourselves. We are not afraid of ourselves because we are not wonderful. We are not afraid of ourselves because we are not powerful. We are rather afraid of ourselves that the true self we see inside of us is going to require a lot of hard work, a lot of character building, and a lot of excellence. And most of us are cowards that are cowering away from fulfilling our true self because we see in us a hero. We see in us a strong person. We see in us a person that will take a lot of tenacity and strength to build, and we give up on that self. And we think that denying ourselves by living the easy life, partying, gossiping, surfing the internet, and wasting our time will ever make a possibility outside of ourselves possible. The only thing outside of yourself is emptiness. Even when you get all the money, even when you do the rituals as a Yahoo person and pick, check those that have done this, done it with all the money, all the alcohol, all the flexing, without being true to yourself. There's a space in the human heart that only your true self can fulfill. That place will still be empty. Try as you may. So it's not about achieving success or failing. It's about living and actually being. If you've never been your true self by being your best self, you've never been on earth, and you came to earth, wasted space, wasted DNA, wasted resources, and left this world without ever being you because you were either pretending to be somebody else, denying your true self, or complaining on how hard it is to become your true self and fulfill your potential. If it was hard, God will not send us here to experiment and see if we can do it. Life is not just a gift for us to come and waste. Life is a gift to test how much we can turn our potential against all odds into value. It is only when you become yourself that you have created the greatest value in the world. And some others use sanctimonious, holy, altruistic escapism to try and deny ourselves. We think if we give our love to one man that doesn't love us as a woman, we are being ourselves because we have seen that we are not ourselves. We think if we give all our money to the poor, we can compensate for not being ourselves. We think that if we do some altruistic things, we can compensate for not being ourselves. Nothing on earth will be you if you are not you. And you are not you until you become the best you to the fullness of your abilities. And that best you is not only superlatively capable, that best you has a way of monetizing that capability and becoming superlatively wealthy. That you will not only be superlatively wealthy, that you has a way of creating wealth for others and touching other lives through your success. The world needs successful people that are true to themselves, that will inspire others to succeed. You are killing the world, and you are part of the greatest problem in the world when you are not you and you are not aspiring to be that successful you that will inspire all of us and pull the world upwards. Right now, as you are not you, you are pulling the world down and you are part of the problem. See you at our next live stream.
Call to rise. This channel is fast becoming a headquarter for the bold, the broken, the builders, and leave you with one urgent instruction. Subscribe and stay tuned to my Ace channel now. Don't just watch history, own it. This is Alimat Lawal reporting live. Good evening, viewers. We interrupt regular programming for a special report that's rapidly gaining national and global attention. A new voice is rising, shifting minds, shaping destinies, and selling the soil beneath your future. Analysts describe it as a blazing fusion of truth, transformation, and real estate revolution. My Ace channel is not just content, it's currency. It's a call to rise. This channel is fast becoming a headquarter for the bold, the broken, the builders, and the believers. So tonight, as we go off air, we leave you with one urgent instruction. Subscribe and stay tuned to my Ace channel now. Don't just watch history, own it. This is Alimat Lawal reporting live. Good evening, viewers. We interrupt regular programming for a special report that's rapidly gaining national and global attention. A new voice is rising, shifting minds.